In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Please look that other way.
He's just staring into your soul.
He's like, he only like lays on one side, and so he's starting to get like flat on that side. Like, look the other way, damn it!
We have to start pumping air into him.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to Chaotic Amateurs, the internet's #1 D&D 5e Let's Play podcast. I'll be your host, your DM, your Alex. Alex, that's me. To my right, I have...
Dash is Thrakus.
Bentley Michaels is Referian Night Meadow.
Rhett as Zephyrus.
Caleb Scory.
And Milo's Bowl.
And last we left these adventurers, they had just finished the second round of the Chords Coliseum event, ready for their third round, which includes a Medusa. Let the adventure begin. All right. So, you guys have just started the first round, or the third round of the Chords Coliseum events. There's a Medusa hanging from the center of this Coliseum. You've got each of the groups, the halflings, the knights, and the two elves are in the corners. Let's go ahead and get an initiative roll from everyone, just to get that down.
9.
9?
9!
13.
13?
No, incorrect.
No.
17.
17.
Oh, yeah, I was incorrect too.
No, sorry, I have a +3, and I was looking at the 3.
Zeph will get you in there.
Okay, 14 for old Zephyrus.
Scory?
16.
16. And Ball?
13.
13. Okay. 19.
It looks like fingers on your forehead. So cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, that is so hilarious.
You look like you're from the Hunger Games or something.
Yeah. Welcome to the Hunger Games.
It almost looks like you have like flesh paint coloring up instead of hair coming down.
I gotta get a picture.
It looks like that's receding white man cornrows or something.
This is how you know I'm wealthy in the future. Do stupid shit to my hair. Oh.
Or like you be like a vampire, like on like what's that? The Shadow Show with the
What we do in the shadows.
yeah.
Shadows.
All right. So, looks like you guys are acting pretty quickly. The Sunflower Knights are ready, and so are the other ones are pretty slow to action. But let me get a Constitution save from everyone as you look up and see this Medusa, her snake hair going wild as she just casts her gaze all across the Coliseum.
Even me?
Zephyrus, actually, you get a little tingle of this, but you don't have to make a Constitution save. The people in the crowd are safe.
Nice. Also, is it too much to assume that my tether is still on Scory?
I would say it's still on. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I'm still an elk.
Still an elk? All right.
I don't... Oh, no, I transferred out because I was holding the guy up by my forearm.
Yeah, you transferred off of that.
17. And also, did we learn what the objective of this game is?
The letter said, "Don't get petrified."
Oh, okay. So okay. All right.
Easy.
So, Wolf, you got a 17. You pass. You stare into the Medusa. Nothing affects you. Riff, Constitution check or saving throw.
17.
17. You pass. Scory.
Non-natural 20.
20. You do just fine. Ball.
15.
15. Just fine. You guys look up at this Medusa in amazement. It's a fairly large creature. Her kind of snake body is kind of, just on the bottom of this cage, but the cage is 10 by 10 and she takes up most of it. Looking around, the halflings.
Got a big ass.
All but one of the halflings turned to stone. And the one he just kind of looks at his friends and is just like, what is going on? Doesn't even notice the Medusa is somehow how that one saves. Looking over at the... Oh, what the hell? Both of the elves turn to stone as they both roll 3s on their Constitution check.
That's a shame.
Okay.
This only means Medusa's going to kick the shit out of us.
Yeah, it's just gonna absolutely wreck us.
Wow.
Alex is getting all of his angry pool rolls out right now, and then he's just going to fucking...
What the hell? Of the Sunflower Knights, only the one that you've interacted with, Scory, the one with the kind of fish mask, does not turn.
By the way, I think I wrecked his fish mask. Didn't it crack in half?
I don't remember. I think so.
So that means there's only 2 people of our competitors that aren't stone.
Yeah, and as the Medusa kind of just casts its gaze over all of you, or turning some to stone, others being free, the crowd goes wild. They've never seen a feat like this where so many have been turned to stone. They are just standing on their feet and cheering. Yeah. Okay. So, the one Sunflower Knight is going to dash over by the halflings and hide behind one of these canvas tents. And what you see kind of in front of everyone is, in front of each of the groups, are these like 15 feet wide, 10 feet tall, just kind of canvas tents with some kind of structure underneath. And he's going to go ahead and duck behind that one. The halfling still doesn't know what's going on. It's not really their turn yet, so let's go ahead and get a little marker down. Wolf Balls, it is your guys' turn. I'm going to do a group initiative here. So what do you guys want to do?
What's our objective?
Not get petrified, son.
Yeah. I want to see what's behind that curtain.
Yeah, Wolf or Ball, you kind of come up to the canvas and you want to undo, kind of pull up the canvas a bit.
Yeah, see what's inside.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Stealth.
Yeah.
14.
14? Pretty good. You kind of lift up a bit of the canvas, and underneath you see this metal bowl, and you hear this hissing sound. There is a metal bowl, probably 5 foot wide, that is just filled with snakes. Like as you kind of open it up, there's some of the snakes kind of fall onto the ground next to you.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Yeah. So what all is in the arena right now? It's just open and there's a curtain somewhere? I understand.
There's in front of everybody. There's kind of like a canvas tent. There's no curtain really, other than the tent fabric.
One thing I'm interested in is, does Scory wear armor?
Leather, yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I do want to report to the group. There's steaks in here, and just kind of shrug.
Steaks, free steaks.
Did you say there's steaks? I love
Steaks.
I want to go eat steak. I'm going to run inside the tent.
As am I. I would much rather fight against a bowl of snakes than...
So yeah, as you guys are kind of thinking of that, that's when Ball mentions to you that underneath that is a bowl of snakes.
I'm going.
All
Yeah,
right, perfect.
Yeah, I'll take my chance with a bowl of snakes.
All right.
I think like
snake.
you fall into the bowl.
Wait, so is the bowl on the ground? Is it filling the space under the tent?
I would say there's a little bit of room under there. You could probably fit 3 of you into the tent.
How big is this
Not what I was
bowl?
picturing at all.
The bowl's about 5 foot across.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you mean like a sweet bowl at the skate park?
Yeah, kind of like a large metal brazier. Something you would maybe burn something in for a ritual.
But in terms of height, is it like mounted in the ground, above the ground?
It's set like on a pedestal, so it's above the ground, probably about 2 feet.
Okay, but it's just massive.
Yeah, and then over it is this kind of canvas tent.
Okay.
Throw some halflings in there.
Yeah, throw some of those stone halflings in there. As a halfling, I approve this
we
message.
got Wolf and Scory under there. Riff, what do you want to do?
Would you say that this thing is within like 30 feet of me?
The Medusa?
Yeah.
I will not from where you are. You'd have to get pretty much right underneath the cage.
Okay.
It's about 30 feet up in the air.
Gotcha. So we're seeing like, give something you can see. So we'll say this is Medusa's cage, and then underneath it is like the thing where the bowl of snakes is.
No. Sorry. Right in front of your group, and in front of all of the groups, actually, is a canvas tent. And you've looked under yours, and there's a bowl of snakes under yours.
Oh, gotcha.
Most likely under all of them, as kind of the way the game has gone so far.
Okay.
Give everyone an equal amount of danger and help.
Let's see here. How many people went into the tent?
There's Wolf and Scory, and Ball's kind of on the outside looking in.
Okay, I'm small, so like I want to pop my head in just like through the curtain. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, what? Oh, interesting. Snakes?
not steaks like I had originally thought.
No, like snakes, like what her hair's made out of.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I was disappointed.
So what do you think? Like, oh boy.
Here's
You know what I'm gonna do? I see that, and I go, I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna run to the next closest tent to me to see what's in that one.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you run south down to where the elves are, and kind of.
If you have a map up, I can't see it. I can only see our character thing, where it shows like all of our characters.
That makes sense, huh?
Oh, so there's an image of it somewhere?
Hold on.
He's probably going to put it up on Roll20.
Yeah, I forgot to move the little red marker that lets you guys change it. There you go. Is that helpful now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking fly in the stands.
Okay, so the X in the middle is
Where
Medusa.
that cage is, yeah.
Okay, and then the one up to the top of me where the 3 are, they're all stone.
The only ones that aren't stone are kind of across from you guys.
Okay.
It's where there's a halfling just out in the middle, and then you saw the one of the Sunflower Knights duck behind the canvas.
Okay, then wherever my marker is right now, I'm not with my group, so I want to run to that one.
Run to the one with your group?
No, I was just in the tent with my group, and I saw the snakes.
Right. So you run south to where the elves are.
Yeah, okay.
And you can kind of peek underneath that one. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. My stealth. That's pretty good. 21.
Yeah, you peek underneath it, and there are snakes in it.
Okay.
Same looking thing.
Okay, then I shout to my pals, there's snakes in this one too. And that's what I do.
I have an idea, friends. I suspect that these metal bowls might be reflective enough to maybe counteract the Medusa's gaze. So what do you say we yank out these bowls and see if we can't beat some Medusa ass?
Yes.
What a speech.
That sounds like a good idea.
So
do you want to try to... Is the bowl standing or is it set into the ground?
It's a freestanding piece, so it's about 2 feet tall.
Could we attempt to just tip it over and dump the snakes out and then take the bowl?
Yeah, you guys could try and do that.
All right, I will start doing that.
Okay. Does somebody want to help you?
Well,
does anyone?
Before I help, I will help, but first I want to ask you guys, do we each need a bowl, or should we just rely on one? Because one bowl is kind of not necessarily enough for all of us to hide behind.
Well, I mean, you guys could just line up behind me, and I'll keep the bowl in front of my face, and I'll tap it, and you guys just close your eyes and just hold on to my belt.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yeah, so I help him push it over.
All right, make a strength check with advantage.
And I'm behind him, and I want to cast guidance on him while I...
Your action will be to help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're taking the 8 action to give him advantage.
Gotcha.
16.
Ooh.
16? It is pretty heavy. It is full of snakes. You kind of get it up, but you dump out maybe a third of them.
All right, I'm gonna give it another go whenever I can.
Sure. Yep. I would say Ball, you would still have an action left.
All right. Yeah, I like this idea a lot. I think me and Shane will give it a little heave too.
All right. Give me a strength check. It's gotten a little easier with less snakes in there.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay, sorry.
Wait, what?
Me and Shane are doing it.
Oh, you guys are doing it. Okay.
Yeah. Ball and Shane are doing it. 18.
Okay. 18? Yeah, you kind of get it up a bit more. You push, and you get most of the snakes out, and it kind of falls back down. And so now, let's see. I would say this whole area right over here is just snakes, and this is kind of toppled over the quickly built tent. The canvas is now kind of covering you guys, and you can push it off if you want, but it's making it difficult to move around in here.
In a very comical way, we're trapped under it.
All right, I think that's everything. Unless Zephyrus, unless you want to take an action.
I'm probably fine. There's not much that I can do at the moment from up here. So is Adrian sitting by me?
Yeah, he's right there. He is enthralled.
Yeah, I sip a glass of my wine and I say, "Oh my goodness, my team down there tipping over John Bowles with snakes inside. This just gets crazier every minute.
Not a single one has been turned to stone. This is enthralling. Amazing.
They are the mightiest team."
And he kind of leans in and says, "Money well spent."
Cheerio.
It is the Medusa's turn, and the Medusa's going to go ahead and just kind of scream out. You hear her just scream out into the crowd as she kind of looks again, trying to find someone out of place. The scream grabs the attention of the halfling that's out in the open. Unaffected, though, as the halfling looks up and is immediately frightened by what's going on. Doesn't turn to stone, though.
Good for him.
And he's going to... Oops. There we go. He is going to dive underneath this little tent by them. It lets out a little scream. Elves are... All right. All right. And Rip, how close to the snakes were you?
As far as I just looked in, I just popped my head in the.
Popped your head in. Okay. You didn't get into the tent there. Wolf and Ball, these snakes start trying to bite you.
Yeah. Oh, she can control them with her call.
So the first one against Wolf is going to be 17 versus AC.
Yeah.
Yep.
The ones that as he does the math here, is the ones that I'm looking at. Does he? Do I notice him go crazier when she screams?
I would say no.
Okay.
No, not crazier.
I think they're just snakes.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering. Riff is wondering if she's controlling him.
Ow, I've been bitten.
You're going to go ahead and take 9 piercing damage.
Oh shit.
Ow.
And 19 poison damage as at least a dozen snakes bite into you. It's sending poison into your body.
All right, well, I have 11 health left, so...
Luckily, you got that 1 temp HP every turn, huh? No? Okay.
Sorry. It's a Constitution saving throw for the poison damage.
Oh.
Oh, please make it. And don't forget you have that thing for my rune.
Yeah, I'll use that.
Did you roll bad?
No, I didn't roll yet.
Oh, roll first. You don't use it unless you have to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Yep, gonna use it. Is that I just get a re-roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not much better. 11. So
11. You
Yeah.
save.
Oh,
you
yes!
only take half of the damage.
So how much damage total do I take? 9
so you
plus
take,
8?
Yeah. So 8 damage. 8 poison damage.
9 plus 8 poison?
9 plus 8 poison damage, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, still not great.
And then... Well... I guess no. It's not gonna go after Ball. It only has the 1 attack because there's one swarm. Another swarm might be able to attack twice, so that'll be the 1 attack that it gets. That's the snakes. Medusa's went. Snakes went. Yeah, you hear a shriek come out that sounds very much like a halfling from underneath the tent that the halfling just dove under. Looks like it got bit the hell out of snakes.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm
Bummer.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
And it's your guys' turn now.
Are we flying in initiative, or are we just kind of going as a group?
Going as a group. If you want to do something together, it makes it a little easier.
You want to push again, Wolf?
Yeah,
With
we're
this
gonna
bowl?
push again.
Yeah. So yeah, the bowl's empty now. It looks like it's pretty easy to move around at this point. You guys, between you and Ball, you've pushed all the snakes out, so it's not so heavy that you can't move it without with ease.
Is it something the size that more than one person would need to pick it up?
I would say if you get 2 people to do it, then there's no check involved. If one person wants to try and move it, then there'll be a check involved.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and push it over and empty it.
Well, it's
It's already empty.
Wolf. It's already
Oh.
empty. I think you and I should maybe pick it up off the pedestal and then take it out with a ball and chain underneath,
Let's do it. Let's do that. We're gonna do that.
like
Okay.
a magical umbrella.
So
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and take out one of my cards and finish the rune, and move it up and down Wolf's body and give him heroism. So
All right.
he adds 3 temporary hit points, and he can't be frightened.
Ooh.
Nice.
You get 3 temporary hit points every turn.
I feel heroic. All right, cool.
And so what are you trying to do with this?
We both want to hold
Bowl.
it.
Mhm.
I want to take my axe and I want to, with my head behind the bowl, and I want to tap the front loudly with like metal on metal, like clang it.
So
then
you're
I
kind of
want
holding it up perpendicular, facing up towards the cage.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. And Scory, you're helping, gonna hold it up back there as well.
Exactly. I want to be ready to cast or swing my machete from underneath.
All right.
Machete.
There.
I also want to instruct Chain to prepare to use one of his actions against the snakes if necessary.
Okay.
Get in
Yeah,
like
you
within 5 feet of the snakes and
Yeah, easy enough. Yeah, you kind of position Chain so that he might make some sort of attack if they come by. Riff.
So, and I'm sorry if you've already described this. Medusa's thing, is it just like a tall cage that's on the ground, or is it off the ground and there's like something underneath it? Like
it's off the ground, being like hung up by chains,
right?
Like a go-go dancer.
Yeah.
So, does it look like there's any like prizes or anything underneath it?
No, it doesn't look like there's anything underneath it.
Okay, so I would imagine that having seen that, gosh, I feel so ridiculous and useless here. I'm going to dash to where all of those to my screen right.
Mm-hmm.
To like where those 6 is that like all the halflings?
That's where the halflings are. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna dash over there and look inside their tent too, just for science.
Okay. Yeah, you can make it over there with your movement and your action. You kind of open up the canvas tent there, and you see a halfling just trying to crawl out of there as they are being bitten by snakes. And they see your face, and they just reach out a hand for you. It was the guy that was like really rude to you earlier. He's the one that's.
I slowly shut the tent,
and you just see him. No,
sorry, bud. Can't help you. Don't like snakes. Okay. And so I'm gonna sort of like kind of like peek around the edge, like to the. I'm just gonna call up, down as I look at it on my screen,
sure.
North, south. As Rhett. Oh yeah, get it in there, Rhett, bud. Get them diffs. So I'm gonna go to the sort of like northeastern side of the little tent thing. Yeah, exactly. And I'm just kind of gonna peek around and see like if there's if the snakes are looking back over here, and also I'm trying to figure out what my team's doing.
Okay. You kind of go over to the side and get hunkered down behind the tent that's next to these halflings, and you see you're actually right next to one of the Sunflower Knights, who's kind of like hunkered down here and just looks over at you and says, "What the hell?"
Medusa, bud. I don't know.
Medusa,
crazy.
yeah.
All these people are stoned. That one little, I feel bad, but like he's getting he's getting bit.
Oh yeah, there. I don't. Who cares about him?
Oh yeah, well, okay. Well, they're just I wanted to make it seem like maybe I had emotions. So what do you think the play here is?
Don't get petrified.
Well, right, yeah, I know. Don't get, but it's like, how do we beat it?
And he just kind of looks at you, and he's like, I don't know how. He's kind of defeated. Last he spoke with anyone, he was,
aren't you a knight?
Down a few pegs.
Aren't you a knight? Aren't you?
Yeah.
You, right. So you're like brave in garbage, right?
Nope.
No. Okay. You just okay.
I'm gonna stay here. I hope all your friends get stoned, and maybe if we're the last two alive, that gets me points.
Oh, dude, if we meet in the arena, you're getting fucked up. I will tell you my intention is to on my next round, if possible, I'm going to try to dash out to and just be able to stand like right underneath the floating dome.
Yeah.
Because that seemed, besides not going over there, and like hiding behind whatever with this coward loser over here, which I am not. I'm referring Night Meadow. I think there's got to be some sort of action or something like underneath there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's something.
Okay. Yeah. That's what you'll do on your next turn.
All right.
You guys. Oh, I should have had him go first. It's actually the Sunflower Knight's turn.
No.
This kind of roguish-looking character. And he kind of sees you as you're kind of planning your route. You're going to get underneath there. And he's going to try and grab you. Give me an athletics check.
Oh, bud. You don't want no parts of this. Athletics?
Yeah.
12.
12. He beat you with a 14. He has grabbed you, and he's going to try and maneuver you out so that you are seen by the Medusa next round. So he kind of pushes you forward. Give me another athletics check to try and stay where you are as he's pushing you.
Yes. No, never mind. Oh, farts. Acrobatics is my good one. Then I got 12 again because it's
12?
-1.
It's a tie. I don't know who would win a tie. I'm going to roll. You get high, he gets low.
Beat, son.
All right.
He does not push you. He is just kind of like scrambling, just trying to grab a hold of some part of you to try and push you forward. He's like, just go.
I use my halfling nimbleness to move through the space of a larger creature and escape him.
Exactly. Yeah, and you escape with ease. He's still grabbing you, but he can't move you any direction.
I'm gonna. Okay, no, you can go to someone else.
You should scream out that you're a minor and he shouldn't be grabbing you.
No, I was going to
danger.
I was gonna use my silent speech and get into his head and try to do a creepy Medusa voice.
Ooh, that'd be good.
But we can do that next time.
He went. It's the Medusa's turn, and she's looking around and kind of looks at the crowd and tries to instill her gaze upon the crowd, but it falls away. You're not impacted by it at all. The halfling
There's
is going to
range on that look.
jump out and is just
the one that was getting bitten.
Yeah. And it's just going to make a run for this tent over here, but is not able to get into it.
Bad thing coming here.
It's the snake's turn.
More snakes.
And they're going to try and go over, and they kind of pass by Chain. So, Chain, give me an attack.
Okay, this is the first time I've ever done this for him.
Hey.
Oh, this is going to be cool.
Let's see what you can do.
Going to be 17 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That is 1d8, which is 8 plus 2. 10 force damage.
10 force damage. Yeah, he grabs a few of them, throws them, smashes some others. A lot of these snakes just start, becoming snakes.
His one central eye kind of lights up, and a beam kind of grows across them.
Nice. That's the snake's turn. You hear the hissing get louder by your little tent riff. Something's kind of stirring the snakes into some sort of movement. They're not attacking you, but it sounds like they're on the move. Snakes. And we're switching those ones. You guys are up now.
Well, I think we're still gonna move the bull towards the Gorgon.
Okay.
Right? And I'm gonna clank my axe on it. I want to get it to look in our direction.
Give me a check that might, persuasion is what I'm thinking of, but intimidation might work. The check to try and get her attention.
Can I now cast guidance?
Yeah. Use your action, cast guidance.
And am I using intimidation or
what do you think would work best? What do you think your character's doing? Is it trying to yell intimidatingly? Is it trying just to, maybe insight might be a good one?
Maybe performance.
Performance. Yeah. Absolutely.
Trying to convince. I mean, it doesn't help me any, but whatever. It makes the most sense to me. Okay. Yeah. And you're giving me guidance, and what is that?
D4.
Ooh, okay.
Or actually, it might be better if I also with my machete assist him in banging my machete on the bowl to help him.
You get advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take advantage.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 16.
16. Yeah, you kind of whip up the crowd a bit. You know how to play to the crowd. And you the Medusa that's kind of looking at them sees what they're looking at and looks down at you, and is looking at that bowl now. So on her turn, she might be looking at herself. Let's see.
I want to go ahead and take out one of my Stalingrad coins, rub a little bit of ink on it, and press it, and have it begin making the sound of like a bunch of mongooses, like calling and yelling at one another. And I want to throw that into the pile of the snakes and try to scare them.
The natural enemy of the snake. I love it.
Give me an Arcana check, or perhaps a different check. I'm not sure. Arcana for how good these mongooses sound.
That's going to be 19.
19? Yeah, the snakes seem a bit spooked by this. Spooked.
And I'll just
we'll take the spooked condition.
spooked condition. Maintain my concentration. Remember to keep on adding your +3 temporary hit points, Wolf. And I'll go ahead and ask Chain to do the same thing.
All right. Oh, the snakes were supposed to bite Chain. I forgot about that. Hold on, let me make a snake attack on Chain.
Okay.
Never mind.
Snake attack.
His AC is higher than 12, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys are there. You've got the attention of the Medusa.
And have we moved closer? Because I think that was our goal. We were.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the snakes have kind of moved over underneath Chain. You guys can move, probably south and a little to the east.
Yeah.
And get right about there. Ball, did you want to be anywhere specific?
Stay with the group, and yeah, I'm just gonna try to continue to scare away the snakes that we dumped out of the bowl.
Okay. And yeah, this bowl is keeping the three of you well covered from her gaze. Riff, you want to try and get underneath the cage?
Yeah, that's my deal. I'm gonna run out there
with a movement action. With your movement, you can get underneath it.
Sweet. And then I'll just prepare any sort of. I've got my chucks ready. I'll prepare any sort of defense action in case somebody tries to screw with me. Maybe a snake wants to come down. But yeah, if I make it out there, no problem. I'll bounce ready to attack if someone tries to get after me.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you've got a ready to action then. The guy that was kind of holding you, since you tried to leave the direction he wanted you to go, just let you go. He's going to kind of peek underneath, like to the side of the canvas there. He sees you, sees the bowl that's
How far
upright.
away am I from him?
You're probably about 30 feet from him.
Oh, can I do the mind speak thing to him, or is that an action?
You can speak a few words to him as a free action.
Then I will say, I'll try to do my creepiest, snakiest voice.
All right,
in his head.
Give me a deception check,
sure.
Or performance to see how well he might believe this.
Oh, nice, 18. So I kind of look at him and I'm just like, I can see you hiding behind the tent, and I will eat your soul.
I'm not. You're just gonna hear back. Oh my god! I'm not going down like this. I'm gonna take him out. Yeah. I'm gonna take him out. And he whips to the other side of the tent with a crossbow, and is going to try and fire at the metal bowl. He hits it. Pretty easy to hit. I would have Scory and Wolf make a strength saving throw to try and hold on to this thing while he's kind of like jangled it out of your grasp, or to see if it kind of got out of your grasp.
17.
Your side holds up well.
17.
Yours does as well. You hear this ping on the front of it. It kind of, tilts it to one side, but no change in it. And he ducks back behind the tent.
I look towards Wolf from behind the bull and I say, "What was that?"
I don't know.
It's weird that
Keep holding on.
So that
I would have thought he would have tried to fire at Medusa with that, since I was trying to be heard talking in his head.
Well, he's trying to win the game. He's trying to not be petrified and get everyone else petrified.
Makes sense.
It's the Medusa's turn.
Oh, boy.
Is going to look down at herself. And you know what? I don't know what the rules are on this. I'm going to read up on the Medusa. Let's take a look. I didn't even think about this.
Oh,
I have
nighttime,
I have
baby.
a secondary plan if this doesn't work, friends.
Nice. Backup plans.
The contingency is what we called it on the boat.
Ha! Contingencies. Nice.
Okay. I think the distance is an issue, but you know what? I'm going to say it works. She is going to be affected by her own petrifying gaze. She is going to make a Constitution saving throw,
Yes.
and she fails.
Oh, what?
She rolled a 3 because this dice only rolls 3s, apparently. Yeah, because the Constitution, it's just she has like a 6. She is turned to stone, and the crowd erupts. Just goes wild. Competition is just loving this. He's up there just shaking the banner, like the rails that keep him up above on his podium, and just kind of like smashes through them and jumps down and gets onto the ground and just screams this like battle cry. Yes, this is why we come here, to fight in Court's Coliseum. Yes. and you all feel this invigoration of just kind of valor and cord and just the spirit of competition lives in this Coliseum right now.
Before everybody is turned back to normal, I want to run over to the one that I know, the one with the fish mat, and he's stoned, correct, or is he not stoned?
No, he's not, and he kind of like just quietly gets out from beside it, looks up and sees this kind of stone Medusa, and sees competition jump down, and he's like, okay. He thinks he's kind of won in this regard. Competition looks at your group and he says, "Oh, the final victors here, the Wolf Balls. They have brought such amazing spirit to this game. And you, young sir from the Sunflower Knights, please come." And he kind of like guides him towards the center of the
come out to the center with me.
Yeah, he has a ready to action.
I do.
If you want to throw something at him, you can.
No.
But he doesn't get too close, but just kind of gathers everyone and just puts everyone's arms up. He says, you have all won this day. Be proud of your efforts here." And he looks at the crowd and he says, "You see these individuals, these are who protect you. These are who keep you safe. Praise them." And everyone in the crowd cheers even louder.
And as people cheer,
Adrian.
Beat on the bowl with my machete to kind of raise the raucous.
Yeah, tings throughout the arena. Sounds are just filling this area. Flowers get thrown in. It's just a grand time as the two halflings begin kind of going up to all of the people that were turned to stone, and they're kind of applying some sort of salve to them. And you see they slowly over the next few minutes start returning to normal.
While everyone's cheering, I'm going to get in that guy's head again and be like, "Oh, if you're in the fight, bud, you better watch yourself, because you'll never see me coming. And it's not going to be good for you."
He's just kind of looking around.
You fucking
He
coward.
sees his group is kind of getting unpetrified. And just slowly walks over there.
Yeah, that's right. Walk away.
Nice.
Go to sleep.
The head of this competition, the Warforged, gives everyone of your guys' team, a good handshake, and says, "Well done, well done. You've really made a spectacle today. Thank you for bringing this kind of heroism to Courts Coliseum. I will be announcing the victors shortly. Do not worry. I believe your names are on top." And kind of ushers you guys out.
Yes.
To the back. That same kind of little camp area as the two halflings just, start getting everything set up. One of them has got this kind of, weird looking flute that he kind of goes underneath some of the tents and kind of plays, and the snakes calm down a little bit. They start getting that stuff all moved out.
Yes, of course we won. I am Cord's chosen warrior, so obviously we are victorious.
Scory, that was an amazing idea. How did you come up with that?
I was also gonna suggest that before. I was gonna say, and then he just beat me to it. But yeah. Well, I had the idea.
Well,
he just vocalized it before me. I just want to make that clear.
It's just
Of course. Both you're amazing as well. Your strength in the battle was
also my strategery is good as well.
Yes, I'm sure Wolf would have gotten it had I not. But
no, I had it. I had it.
We had encountered something similar to this on the seas, and it just kind of came to me.
You would have so many amazing stories, Corey. I would like to hear many more of them.
I've seen a lot. Some of them good, some of them bad. Some of them are the reason why I am with you. What did you say, Alex, just before all this went down? You said... Oh, excuse you.
Sorry. What did I say?
But what did you say?
Before when? I mean, I've said a lot of things. Was that?
Just the last bit.
If
I remembered, I wouldn't ask.
I was talking about competition. Get him coming up and shaking everyone's hand. You guys being led out back to the kind of camp area, the little waiting area outside of the Coliseum. The acolytes are, breaking everything down so the arena's ready again. Everyone's kind of, slowly, groggily coming out of their petrification state.
I feel like I would bring Adrian down to the group afterwards, meet you guys out in that area or whatever, and
yeah. So you guys, kind of take your time and leave, and a few people do between the events to either kind of make more wagers or get some sort of refreshments. But you make your way to the back of the encampment area and you get to your crew, the Wolf Balls.
Oh. Is there more competitions after this, or is that the final one?
This is the final one for the day.
Oh, for the day, gotcha.
And then in a few days, there'll be a sparring battle between the two groups who have won, who have done the best.
Wow. So
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I walk up with Adrian and I said, that was a fine display of martial prowess right there, if I do say so myself. Excellent idea coming up, reflecting the Medusa, the Medusa's gaze back at her. That was top tier thinking. My friend here, Adrian, agrees with me. Y'all made us quite a bit of money.
You crew, you have done well. You are just an amazing group. And he kind of just goes up to each of you and shakes your hand. It's like, well done, well done. I will be telling your tales for for the next year at least, the amount of drinks that will be bought for you in this town.
I have a way of finding the best, that is certain, Adrian, and I hope this proves it.
Adrian, is it?
Yes. The
Could
local bard, the minstrel of success.
Right, I gather that from your outfit. And
Oh, thank you. I only try and dress in the finest of linens.
Yeah,
It does look rather stunning, if I do say so
Right.
myself.
Thank you. This is one of my favorite outfits.
Okay, enough of the circle. Adrian, what I would request is that maybe you can just leave me out of your stories, please.
Oh, nonsense!
Oh,
Mr. Tilbrook.
no, of course not.
No,
A masked man with an
I must-
octopus face.
I must
The stories will be amazing. Don't worry. I will paint you in the most colorful light.
Or he pulls out his machete and says, "I must insist."
Give me an intimidation check.
Mr. Telbrun, you're embarrassing me.
How about you leave him out and just double my exposure in your story?
How about we just
19.
give him... Oh, 19, wow.
19? Oh,
And-
wow.
And I would flavor it. I would flavor it as saying you can tell everybody that Wolf had the idea, because honestly,
Yes!
he would have said it had I not said it a second before.
Yes, see? No, he gets it. Yes. I held the bowl alone and petrified the Gorgon, and then
Yeah.
I leaped to the cage and took its head.
I barely had a finger on the bowl the whole time.
Mr. Telbrun, what if we just gave you a fancy nickname to avoid detection?
No, don't worry. I've come across people like your friend, Mr. Telbrun, which don't worry, I'll try and forget your name. Where
I just think this
fame
is
and fortune do not come well to them. Perhaps a mysterious background. But it will play better if the hero of Cord's Coliseum is a soldier, a fighter, a warrior of Cord himself, holding up the grand reflecting mirror on the Medusa. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. I agree.
The stories will be told.
And don't forget about
Will be in them, but only in spirit.
Yeah, don't forget about me though too, because I did stuff.
Of course, I mean, going on to check to make sure all the other contestants were okay, safe, and then being almost hogtied by that bandit. Gonna eyes the Sunflower Knight on the side. I saw him try and grab you. It was not very sportsmanlike.
Can't. I'm too slick.
And those weapons you have, they'll have to have a whole lyric just for them.
Yeah.
What do you call those?
These are called nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Yeah, they're my chucks.
Oh, chucks. Oh, don't worry. I will tell your tales.
Well,
and he kind of looks to you, Zephyr. He says, I must be on my way. I've got much to write. Thank you for introducing me again to your grand team.
Well, Adrian, I am glad that you appreciate their performance and made a little bit of coin to line your pockets, and perhaps we'll be seeing you at the celebration later on.
Yes, of course. Do come by. I'll be playing at the tavern tonight.
Oh, I wouldn't dare miss it. Neither would Mr. Telbrun.
Mr. Who? And he kind of gives a wink to you, to you, Story, and flips his hat and walks on his way into the city.
Damn, Mr. Telbrun, I think that was a missed opportunity to give you a rather badass nickname.
Well, I'll let you think of one, but you'll have to excuse me for a moment. And I want to go and approach the one that I recognize as somebody that has served on the same ship.
Remember, he thinks you ripped his mask off, Sam.
So yeah, he's over there.
By the way, I was thinking like the Kraken or something would be awesome, you know?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I won't, if people start calling me that.
Well, you should have let me work my magic. It's in the midst of giving you an awesome nickname to a bard. What, you think Zephyrus is my real name? I go by a nickname to hide my identity too, dog.
we're all superheroes here. But yeah, with the Sunflower Knights, the fish masked one is kind of sitting over there.
I'm trying to remember the conversation that we had in the last round.
Yeah, the last conversation you had. He said he would basically keep quiet about you, and together, if you can both keep each other safe as long as you stay away from
the widow
prying eyes.
Yeah. So I would like to approach and just ask how and why you left the service of. I'm trying to remember the name of the ship. I can't even remember the name of the ship. I have it written somewhere. The widow was the captain.
Was it the red?
The Death's Bride.
Death's Bride. Yes,
I believe.
So I would ask how and why did you come to leave the Death's Bride?
Kind of looks out at you and says, how I left was quickly and secretly. Why is my own burden.
Scory kind of looks down at the ground and thinks for a bit and says, you and I are in a similar situation. And as we've already discussed, I won't divulge coming across you here, and you won't.
Yes, and I won't. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
Can I ask how you've been able to stay out of the eyes of the widow up until this point? Because I don't recall you. You're from a generation before me. And frankly, I'd be willing to take any pointers, any wisdom that you have to share.
And he kind of stands up from where he was sitting, and kind of looks back at his cohorts, the other knights. Looks back at them and says, "Well, to stay safe, I started out with them. They're ex-military. I told them I was the same, and they've gone ahead and brought me in as their own. My new identity is that I used to fight in this war they had. They keep me safe because everyone else, except for you, knows I'm a soldier, and the secret is south, not here. It's safe here if you have some sort of cover."
Fair enough. Might I ask, and forgive me if I already asked you this, but what was your duty on board?
Well,
what was your title?
That's a good question.
Sorry if I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't know ship title. I don't think I gave him a title.
He was an oar slave.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Poop deck scrubber.
Quartermaster.
It would have
Lieutenant.
been a lot cooler than all those.
Yeah, I tended to assault the ships we were trying to pillage.
Marine.
I'm good with the blade, and I'm pretty quiet.
Were you... I'm familiar with the blades. Were you a higher rank in that set?
No, I never really wanted much of the pirate life. It was a good, easy opportunity. And then it became more than I wanted.
I understand. I offer a handshake and go back to my group.
Yeah. He shakes your hand and gives you a nod and seems pretty content with the kind of, end of the conversation.
And if possible, in the handshake, I want to kind of passively as a sign of respect and kind of, showing that I understand where they're from, and hopefully they understand my situation. I grant guidance as I pull the handshake away and go back to my group.
Yeah. He kind of gives you a nod as you're going back. He has guidance for the next minute.
Mr. Tailbone,
if I can, I want to hijack that flute that Trump.
Seems like the halflings have secreted that away pretty quickly.
I figured.
I would like to, in this downtime, I would like to heal because I got bit by a goddamn snake. So I
like a dozen snakes.
Like a dozen goddamn snakes.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of little bites.
Yeah. Will we have time to take a short or long rest?
I would say you can take a short rest easily enough while this is going on.
Well, that's good news.
Mr. Zephyrus, what's the plan now?
I'm going to expend some healing die to get some.
Perfect. And if anyone else wants to do anything during a short rest, go right ahead.
Madam
never got
Meadow.
hit.
Oh, a fierce warrior indeed.
So what's the plan? What are we doing?
Well, I was hoping that we could go to the celebration of the tournament. We have an invitation from Adrian, my friend, whom y'all just met there momentarily ago. I was going to tell Mr. Telbrun that if he had wanted to invite his weird fish-faced friend, well, he might be able to come on down as well. I see no reason why the losers of the day should be excluded from a celebration. I'm sure they, could show up without.
But that starts in a while, right? It doesn't start right now.
Well, we're taking a short rest, Madam Not Meadow.
Sure. So I was just wondering if, I didn't get hit, so I don't need it. So what I'm wondering is, what if we went to my pal's house, the governor with the mansion? Maybe they got some food. And we can do a short or I don't know. Anyway.
Very well, Madam Not Meadow.
I mean, we don't have to. It's up to the group. I put it out to the group. Hey, guys. You want to go see my rich friend's house where they have it was like the governor's mansion or whatever, and then maybe they've got some food for us and we can regale them with this tale and then we can go to the party? Or do you just want to sit around here and then go to the party and then get food there? I don't care.
Well, I'm down for meeting new people always.
I am going to meditate and prepare my mind and body for the bloodshed that is to come.
All right.
Well, I believe that's a few days away, Mr. Wolf.
Maybe I need all 3 days, ball.
Fair enough.
Maybe some of us take longer to meditate.
It's very hard.
It's called tantric meditation.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to very angrily and harmfully get into a crisscross applesauce with my axe, and I'm going to stare at Ball.
He's just going to do it right here in the Coliseum.
Mr. Wolf, you're embarrassing me. There are people trying to work and move tables and such around here.
All right, fine.
Well, no, this is kind of the encampment. You guys have a little area that's all your own. And actually, a good about towards the end of that short rest, I would say, competition comes out onto the grounds. And kind of as you're meditating, kind of maybe even finishing up, he comes up to you, Wolf.
Oh.
No.
Mr. Wolf.
Yes, that is me. Cord's chosen one.
I must say, you have been blessed by Cord this day. You have been blessed by him, I'm sure, many days before this and many days after.
Every day for all eternity.
Exactly. You showed such prowess out there. You made our god proud.
I know. Look at this. See that?
Oh, well, that's and he kind of puts up his arm as well, and you see kind of some of the stone and stuff start to kind of bulge out.
Yeah.
For a Warforged, he somehow looks very ripped.
Yes.
He is. Yeah. He's taller than most, broader than most. Since he's come down, you never really got a sense of his scale. This is a big Warforged. And you can see kind of on his stone skin, he has many, scars and abrasions and things like that.
Looks very different than Ball.
Yes.
Paul is like the polar
Paul's
opposite.
like polished and sleek and
just the type of Warforged I travel with. Good job, Ball.
But he says, I assume you'll be partaking in the battle to come.
Oh, I would not miss it.
And I have a question.
All right.
If you do succeed, you gain this contract and the accolades that might come with it. Are you and your group hoping to pass off this contract? Are you hoping to take it up for the amount of money it's worth? I'm wondering what your plans are, for I might have a favor that I might ask a acolyte of Cord that's on the outside of the military.
Oh, yes, okay. What is this favor you ask of me?
Well, it's of a sensitive nature.
I can be sensitive. I hold puppies and lambs, and they don't die in my hands.
That's good. You hold a puppy when it's still young. You can teach it to become a good companion.
Yes. Metaphors. Okay.
Well, if you do win the competition in a few days,
yes,
and you want to take on the contract,
when we win,
when you win,
is a certainty.
I'm sure of it.
Yes.
The performance you've shown, I would guess nothing less. If you decide to take on the contract, that's fine. Just let me know afterwards. But if you want to give the contract away, sell it off to a noble, that's fine. I would have work for you then. Either way, come to me when you feel the need to serve Cord.
Ah, yes. You got it.
Yes. Well, you guys get ready. We'll be announcing all of the details shortly. And he kind of, gives you a nod and makes his way back, kind of waves to everyone and has some small conversations with the halflings and the elves and the knights as well.
I'm going to relay this information to my group, and I'm going to, without having to,
sure, relay
it and all the detail, basically say that, we can either take the contract if we win, or, if we want, we can sell it. And then this, competition has a different job for us, or he would essentially employ us.
Well,
and it sounds like basically that he's got something he wants done. Either, if you do the contract, it would be after that. Is the sentiment he tries to get across?
Right.
I am rather less interested in the will of Cord and more interested in the will of men. However, I am interested in what sorts of accolades or financial compensation that comes with performing this contract, or selling it, rather. Well, until I have all the details, it's impossible to say.
Well, it is important to remember from our experience that private contractors tend to pay more, especially for deeds they don't want people to know that are being done.
I can appreciate that mindset there, Mr. Wolf. Very astute.
I am smarter than I look.
And that's not saying much.
That is hurtful.
No, I mean because you look rather intelligent from down here, where I am but a mere mug in your bug in your presence.
I get it. Because I think we should consider taking up their offer. It could garner us quite some coin, as I know that is your sole motivation in life.
Well, not my sole motivation, but it does make life more enjoyable, more expensive the wine is.
I don't see any harm in it. I mean, if we don't win, which is unlikely, it costs us nothing, correct?
Exactly.
Does anybody know what this contract entails? I mean, is it harming small children thereabouts? Because that might be an easy contract.
No, it's something.
Defenseless.
It is a contract for warriors of Cord, so it can't be anything untoward.
Well,
It'll be on the up and up. I'm positive, and if not, then I will eliminate him.
Well, I have no interest in serving Cord or any other god.
You serve Cord by employing me. You fool.
Funny, because I was going to interrupt your conversation and say it was not Cord's will that brought you to this arena, rather mine. You would not be here in this town if it weren't for me, Mr. Wolf.
It's called a secret.
Say what you want about your will, but it's Cord working through you.
I somehow think that Cord has abandoned me long ago.
You are a puppet, and his hand is pretty far up there.
It's funny because I was going to say there was no strings on me, but then you're like, his hand's up there.
Do we want to go then to some party? Is that what you guys wanted to do?
I'm down for whatever. Riff wanted us to either go visit her friend, or it's possible that we got time for that before the party. Say the party is a must, but I'm okay with whatever the group wants to do.
Yeah, and at that point, I'd say the halflings kind of gather everybody up. Says, "All right, everyone, come on! They're going to announce their winners. Let's go!" And they kind of shuffle everyone back into the coliseum.
Oh, okay.
For one last kind of presentation of the
finalists.
Victors, yeah.
Ball will go ahead and pull together the sign that he made and prepare the writing to launch another big wolf balls.
Perfect, yeah. And the acolytes kind of make sure that you guys enter in last. So everyone else kind of filters out into the center of the Coliseum. You guys enter with big fanfare, some prestidigitation from somewhere.
Yeah, I cast that for sure.
Yeah.
From his headlamp.
I feel like I put my tether on Wolf and then just like prestidigitate like fireworks or whatever, like coming out of him as he's walking out.
Yeah.
Just like
Step by step.
yeah. Yeah, every step just.
I definitely have my mask on, 100%.
Perfect. And so, yeah, you guys are all kind of each group is lined up in the center. And you see up above, you're kind of motion to face towards where competition usually sits. And competition is up there with a well-dressed male figure.
Ooh.
Like probably the fanciest clothes you've seen on anyone, even Adrian, even you, Zephyrus. I mean, these.
Describe it a little slower.
They're very fancy. Oh, sorry. Like lots of buttons, gold trim,
Lots of buttons.
Buttons are expensive.
What, they're the fucking cover of the Sgt. Pepper's record?
Buttons.
Alex, is that what does it for you? Is that what's fancy to you?
Yeah, the more buttons on anything, the fancier it is.
I am in awe of the amount of buttons on that person's clothes.
Thank
I'm
you.
jealous.
Thank you. Sometimes I only have one button on my clothes when I'm working. Okay, it's like that's the least as fancy as you can get.
Surprised I put you out.
Yeah. But competition kind of quiets the crowd down, and he looks to this figure and he says, "Lord Pierre, we have before you the 4 champions of Cord's Coliseum. They have fought with valor, with strategy, with courage, each one of them. But I would give to you the Wolf Pack," he has changed the name, "and the Elves of Galandior as your 2 competitors for the arena." And he looks down, this figure says, Wolfpack, you fight with courage and honor?
Is that a question?
Who's the
Yes.
Wolfpack?
Yes, of course we do. I am Cord's chosen one. How dare you question my, you get it.
Legitimacy.
There you
Kind
go.
of looks over to competition. He's like, "Are you sure about? Okay." And you, elves of Galandior, do you fight with courage and competition? And the elves kind of look up and say, "We do." Then I invite you both to come and show your skills off at the arena, the match to end all matches. The two of you will fight, and we will judge who is worthy. And he holds up this scroll that kind of unfolds, and it's like stamped with all kinds of seals of government and bureaucracy. And you will garner this contract to explore the mage's wastes.
Seals, the buttons of the government.
Exactly. In 2 days' time, we will have this competition right here. All of you, and he kind of points out to the audience, all of you, join us in celebrating them. I will be here. My family will be here. We will all enjoy the spirit of competition. Thank you. And he kind of puts up the scroll and kind of steps back. Competition comes out and says, "Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Rest up. We have a good fight ahead of us." And everyone kind of cheers and
Sick.
applause and some handshaking amongst the other groups. The fish mask man kind of comes up to you, Scory, makes sure to gives you a shake, gives you a nod. The halflings, just kind of, they don't. They're kind of done with this. They get out as quickly as they can.
They're bitter.
Yeah, they're very bitter. They're salty folk. But the Sunflower Knights, make a show of it. The more wizardly looking elf goes up to you, Mr. Ball, and shakes your hand and says, "It will be an interesting fight, I'm sure."
Boy, sure. I actually have a question. Do you know what's in that contract? Because I don't know if I've read it.
Oh, no. We don't know what's in it until we're given the contract. But it holds secrets to the wastes. And we're interested in
It's a little
those.
odd to me, but I look forward to meeting you in battle.
And I as well. Well met. He goes off and exchanges more pleasantries, and the whole, it kind of fizzles out after that. Everyone kind of goes their separate ways after that's done. The crowd's starting to disperse and goes about their day.
What
do you guys want to do?
Did I hear from Mr. Wolf or Mr. Ball anything about the waste or anything like that out of the contracts?
I think you've heard it mentioned, yeah.
Okay. Do I know anything about the waste?
That's the name given to the area around where the mages territory is, or the wastes. Mainly because there's not much life there, dead trees, wiry brush, and just not many living things.
And the Warforged come from there too, right?
And that's where the war happened, was in these wastes. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Wolf, was that the person you spoke with that offered you the contract before?
Not that I know of.
Is that right, Mr. DM?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
When he
offered
Competition was the one who offered me the contract.
Yeah, competition
Sell the contract.
mentioned the contract that is going to be given out to whoever wins the battle, but said he had his own kind of things he wanted to have taken care of.
He's got a side gig.
A
He
side
said we
gig.
could sell the contract as well, right? We don't have to.
Yeah, we
Right,
don't have
right.
to take the
The
contract.
contracts are kind of like a commodity, and Wolf, you would know this. You've been here before. The they're a way for nobles to kind of keep their status. They're the only ones that are able to give out these contracts. They're kind of given from the main capital.
Perhaps
so
we
they're
should
filtered
give our
down.
contract out and become nobility ourselves.
Well, aren't you supposed to be a noble? Why don't you give out a fake contract to give the appearance of
Well,
a
I was thinking
You're
give the
noble.
real one. Give the real contract.
Okay, do that.
The one that you guys won on my behalf with my funding.
You didn't fund us.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You think you guys would have won without my spell casting?
Hey, turn off your headlamp.
Yeah, you're not spelunking, you idiot.
No, this is to make my skin look blue. I'm getting in character.
Nice.
You guys are such fucking... Look, so... Fine. It's off.
I liked it better with it on.
You know what? I did too, actually.
So look,
I'm in character. See, I got my kung fu shoes on and everything.
exactly. Yeah, I was just thinking we could just, instead of selling our contract, selling's great, but maybe we donate it to some up-and-coming adventurers, and we can sort of assume nobility ourselves in a weird way.
And I got to go to the library and,
I'm honestly interested in maybe pursuing this contract.
I mean, it
at
does
least
sound pretty cool.
Many things that I'm curious about.
I'll totally go do the adventure with you guys if we win the contract, as long as I get to go to the library first.
You could always go to the library, Riff. That's what Zephyr says.
Did you just put yourself to sleep, Zephyrus?
Madam Night Meadow, I understand.
Madam?
Senora Night Meadow, I'm sorry. Is there another language or something that I should be greeting you in?
I mean, you can just call me Riff.
Well, I like to show respect by using one's proper salutatorious or whatever the word
Okay.
is.
Then it is Rafiri Night Meadow, Ghostwise Halfling of the Age of the Silver Song, prodigy of Master DJ Yamanity of the Shadow Realm.
Referia Night Meadow. Shit.
Where's this party? Where I need water. I'm thirsty.
They have plenty of water at the party if you'd like to go
let's all
there
go to the
now.
party.
Well, gee, I've just been waiting for all y'all to get ready, done claiming your accolades.
I do
and all
declare that we should go to the party.
I declare the same.
I think we lost that one.
Just give it up. No, fuck it. I declare the same. Oh shit, bud.
Yeah,
Let's go to the party.
I'm down
And
to
yeah,
go to the party.
one of the kind of darker leather robed bet takers kind of overhears this.
Oh, yeah.
This is are you guys going to the after party?
I like parties.
Well, of course we're going to the after party. Where else are we going to celebrate our victory in court?
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, we should. I mean, did you guys want to walk together? I do owe you some money.
Well, of course, you may accompany us. We graciously accept your escort, assuming, of course, that you pay up front.
Oh, don't worry. We've got the funds. No one really bet on you, so we made a killing. Yeah, here you go. Here. And he kind of puts a couple of bags in your hand. You bet 50 and 25, so
Yes.
he gives you a total of 150 gold.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'm. If you guys ever come to the Coliseum again, let me know.
Well, we're going to be there
Because-
next week.
We shall let you know.
Or
well
in a couple of
advance.
days.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm excited. This newcomer group, and then elves from the foreign.
Dude, those
city.
elves
This
suck.
is-
We're going to kick the crap out of them. And my buddy,
I
Mr.
don't know,
Wolf.
they seem pretty powerful.
No,
Wait.
dude. That one guy tried to throw me out there, and I got away from him. What a wuss. My buddy, Mr. Wolf. Oh, man, we've got a power play that's going to blow your socks off. Bet on Wolf and Riff. That's what I'm saying.
Don't worry. We'll make our bets. We'll definitely get some money. At least it'll be interesting to see.
Have those elves never competed here before? I was under the assumption that they were more experienced in the arena than we were.
Oh, I'm sure they're experienced, but elves from Galandior, they shouldn't even be here. The treaty forbids it.
The treaty forbids elves from Galandior from coming to the kingdom of Usama.
Yeah, but apparently they have the papers, so that's what I said. This is an interesting matchup.
Why might they be excluded from this area?
I've been trying to figure that out. Oh, I mean, why are they excluded? Well, the treaties keep our borders secure. They can't interfere with us, and we can't interfere with them.
That seems a bit xenophobic.
Xeno. What? I don't know what that means.
Well, it means it seems rather bad for business, is what he's trying to say.
It's dangerous out there. If you let those things that are out in the wilds come into Usama, then life would just fall apart. Everyone would be fearing for their lives.
Well, out on the seas, nobody cares where people come from. I have stolen from people from whatever that land is where the elves are from.
You have?
Here.
Yeah, and the money spends the same. So I don't understand why, like Mr. Zephyrus said, that it's good for business.
He kind of leans in close to you and says, well, yeah, stealing from him. I mean, that's just a rite of passage.
I want to try to pickpocket this.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yes.
Of course you do, bud.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Have a sleight of hand? You suck.
Oh, fuck.
That's a natural one.
Oh,
of course. Welcome back, Yamhorn, ghost of Yamhorn.
Yeah, you go to try and pull something from
point. Okay, it's more to make a point.
You go to try and pull something from this bet taker's pocket. Silently, quickly, quietly. You kind of slip your hand in an inappropriate spot.
Oh yeah.
And they just look at you with these wide eyes. What? It pushes you away. What are you doing? What is this?
I want to turn it into an intimidation.
No, This is you guys go to the bar. I have things to take care of, and just turns around to leave.
I was hoping to maybe turn that into maybe a deception or something, and basically say, I apologize for him. That is appropriate greeting.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll meet you guys at the tavern. And, anything you try and say, he's miles away. Not he's walking away, and it's just like unnerved by the interaction.
I am in stunned silence and disbelief at Mr. Tilburn.
As the guy is going to leave, can I try and pickpocket him?
Oh my God! I want to smack both of you. This guy just gave us money. I was going to pay you guys for your victory.
It would be a disadvantage because he's very kind of flustered and looking about his person.
Okay.
You notice that, but you can do it if you'd like.
Okay, because I see this as a challenge to see if I can do it better than the person who's stealthier than me.
Yeah, go
I want to compete. I like to compete.
I like to lend the help
sense. That makes
function
sense.
to the bet taker to resist this.
So that's a 9.
9.
Not a 1.
Not a 1, but the bet taker rolled a natural 20 and grabs your hand before you're even close. He says, hey, I don't know what's up with you guys. I'm just going to go. And then just kind of gives you your hand back.
I want to say, I was going to pat you on the butt. Good game. I do good games. That's what I do.
That was good. Yes.
Good
Thank
game.
you. And just slowly backs away till they feel
Riff wants to get in on this action because Riff sees the shit that's going down or whatever. And I'm like, oh, we're playing a steel game. Okay.
I would like to.
But before he does that, I want to try and distract him because I see Riff trying as well,
and I give him guidance.
I want to do a little distraction.
This guy's gone. He's
I'd like to smack each and every single one of you.
Yeah.
Except for Ball. Because you guys have damaged our business prospects.
All the better because I rolled like Caleb.
Yeah, you kind of like just go charging after him, and he sees you.
Hey, give me your money!
No, and just runs.
John, give me your money!
3 of us are just running after him.
Yeah.
And you guys come back to the mansion to the locks changed, and Mr. Ball have abandoned you.
Yeah. Roll the character.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I'm rolling to smack Riff, and I rolled a 17.
17. You take your mage hand and place it upon Riff's face.
Riff, do you call out stranger danger?
No, but I am going to call child services.
Good. This is a world where we discipline children who get out of line. You're lucky it wasn't on your bare bottom, Rafirian.
You're not my parent.
Well, Madam Rafirian, if no one are your parents on the road, then I humbly accept the responsibility.
I don't need your responsibility. I'm an adult in my world.
Well, you're an adult when I say you're an adult. Now, get in line before you embarrass me further.
I laugh.
What do you guys do?
We go to the party.
All right.
You go to the party.
You begin making your way through town, asking a few people where the tavern is. Eventually, after a few minutes, you get to kind of the tavern and inn district. It's well lit. Kind of evening is set in, and above this tavern is the sculpture of a large spider with a bunch of other little spiders underneath it. And you have found the Spider's Tavern. And that's where we're going to go ahead and leave it for today's episode and pick up next time. Hey. Thank you guys for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. I've been your DM, Alex. To my right, I have.
Dash is Thrakis Wolfsbane.
Bentley is Rafirian Night Meadow.
Rhett is Zephyrus.
Caleb Ascori.
Milo is Bowl.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.